What is going on, my sales rock stars? Look, if you're in sales and you are in the market to sell something over the phone on a high ticket campaign, you're in the right place. I want to take just a few minutes to go over exactly how this process works. First of all, this is not a pitch for you to give me your credit card. Our clients, the agencies that we partner with, pay us to recruit for them. So that means there's no cost to you, which that's how it should be. As I'm sure you're well aware of by now, spending any amount of time in this industry, a lot of times it can be hard to separate who's legit from who's a freaking Looney Tune. So my hope is that by the time you are finished watching this video, you will not only be completely clear on what we do, but you'll also fully understand that this is not some hokey pokey, pay to play bullshit, opportunity. Okay. You're not here to buy a damn course or learn how to sell. You're not here for coaching. You're not here for training. You're here to let me and my team help you find a gig as a remote sales representative in the high ticket space, working with an agency selling some sort of digital product or service. And you're here to make some freaking money. I have never taken a dime from any sales professional I've ever worked with, and I don't plan on starting now, okay? The agencies that I recruit for, again, these are, that is how I make my money. That is who puts food on my table, okay? Not you. My name is Zach Brown, okay? And if you and I are a good fit for each other and you want access to solid opportunities in the high ticket space, I am the guy that you want in your Rolodex. And if it sounds like I'm patting myself on the back, it's because I am. Sorry, not sorry, all right? Here is what we're looking at. We move very quickly. So you and I will not be having some sort of formal introductory phone call with each other. But after you finish watching this video, I will send you to a Google form that will take you 60 seconds to fill out. And then I'll have you connect with me over social media. And that's when, through voice messages and texts, we will communicate while we're getting you placed on a campaign. So who are we? What do we do? Okay. We're the sales runner. At our core, we're a recruiting and staffing agency. It's as simple as that. We partner with other agencies that sell some sort of high ticket offer, whether it's coaching, consulting, online courses, digital marketing, advertising, the whole 9 yards. And we don't discriminate against any niches whatsoever. I've worked with agencies in literally every single industry that you can think of, from your traditional business masterminds, relationship coaching, e-commerce, real estate, health and fitness. You want it, we got it, okay? Now, obviously, every agency doesn't operate the same way, and they're all a bit different. So this is not a copy-paste scenario. However, what I'm going to go over, there are a few similarities that are fairly consistent throughout the types of agencies that we work with. Top of the market for the clients we work with is $1 million a month, maybe two. Okay. Some of them have small sales teams already and just need more reps so that they can turn up their advertising spend and drive more traffic to the offer. But some of them don't. Some of our clients maybe have 1 or 2 people on their team, or they may be the ones stuck on the phones selling their product or service to their prospects. Whatever the case may be, these agencies need more hands on deck to grow and scale. They need solid people that can step in and start kicking ass. Enter you, okay? Consider us the matchmakers. We want our clients to have the right people in place so that they can take their business to the moon and back. And we want you right there with them selling the crap out of a great offer that pays you what you're worth and helps a lot of people in the process. Okay. Now, before you ask, I do get this question quite a bit, so I'm going to bring it up. Yes, we do vet our clients to make sure that we are going to work well together. We are looking for agencies with a solid business sense, a converting offer, and who conduct their business professionally. We want business owners who are out to deliver a great product that really makes a difference in the lives of those who purchase it. We're not afraid to fire clients that don't turn out to be who they said they were. Do we get it right every single time? Hell no. But if you're not cool with that, click off this video because you and I are not compatible, okay? Think about it like this. If we set up a client who's got a great offer with a sales rep that couldn't sell if his life depended on it, or just isn't pleasant to work with, has a bad attitude, well, our clients aren't going to have a whole lot of faith in us to deliver. And at that point, we have no business. We're going to crash and burn. In the same way, if we pair a really great sales rep with a piece of shit offer, well, then guess who's getting pissed at us now? That's right, you are. If the client wins and you win, then we win. It's literally that simple, okay? Now, what are we looking for in a sales rep, okay? And again, obviously, every client we hire for is a bit different. This is not all copy paste. You need to hear me on that. We have clients that are looking for sales reps, new ones, pretty much every single week. So the opportunities that we have today is probably not what we're going to have tomorrow. The specifics of who you would be working with or who you could potentially be working with, or maybe what your options are, will come when you and I have a conversation after you finish watching this video and you connect with me on social media. That being said, we're looking for sales reps that want to step into a remote inbound closing role, taking calls that get placed on your calendar from either an appointment setter or an automated sales funnel setup of some sort. Disclaimer: nothing is ever 100% inbound. This is sales. There's always some sort of outbound somewhere in the process. And that's even if calls are getting booked directly on your calendar. End disclaimer. Traditionally, these are six-figure plus roles, okay? 8 to 12,000 a month for a role like this is industry standard. That's where most people fall, okay? So for example, doing the math, if you're converting at 20 to 30%, which is fairly average, you're taking 3 to 5 calls a day and making between $500 and $1,500 a deal, there is your 100K a year. Now, obviously, again, anyone who's been in this space for any length of time is going to know that this is not the corporate world. So opportunities, so jobs, do not have a salary attached to them. They're all 1099, 100% commission roles. You're paid to produce. Once again, this is sales, and you yourself, all other things aside, are the one who is solely responsible for your paycheck. Now, if you're a bit newer to sales, you lack experience, but you want your foot in the door, we also have a tremendous need for appointment setters, which can be a great way to earn your stripes, to prove your worth in the high ticket sales world if you're up for the challenge. It can be a grind, but you have to start somewhere. And these typically have a small base attached to them, $1 to $2 grand a month, and typically fall somewhere in the $3 to $5 grand range a month overall, as far as the OTE. Time-wise for these roles, traditionally you're looking at starting out part-time, so 20, 25 hours. That's what's expected. And you typically have flexibility over that. As long as the work's getting done, other than maybe team calls that happen a couple times a week, you're gonna have some autonomy. Now, I know there's some people watching this that are gonna need time to potentially make a transition. So if you currently don't have 20, 25 hours, but you could, if the right opportunity presented itself, let's still talk. That's totally cool. So Within 24 hours of you reaching out to me, unless maybe it's the weekend, you and I will touch base about clients that we're actively recruiting for at that moment in time. And at that point, we'll figure out with whom it's going to make sense for you to interview with. And if everything goes the way it's supposed to, I will have you introduced to an agency within about a week, okay? Now, just because we introduce you to an agency does not mean that you don't have to sell yourself in that interview. We can't do that for you. We will obviously be advocating that you get hired, but we do not make the final decision. The business owner does. So make sure you keep that in mind as well. Now, I do need to make one final main point here. And this is where I'm going to set your expectations moving forward. If you don't already know this, you need to understand the market that we all operate in. This stuff is not fun to bring up, but I can't have anyone coming to me wanting a sales gig who isn't ready to accept this as part of the process. The world of high ticket sales is extremely volatile. There are a lot of moving parts and a lot of things are outside everyone's control, especially the business owners. No one wants a cash grab. No one wants a 3-month length of time for something to work. We all want every campaign, every offer, every agency to last until the cows come home. But that's just not the reality of the high ticket world. This is a high risk, high reward type of situation. So I'm not going to promise that any agency that we place you with will be your forever home. I'm not even going to promise that you'll be there for 2 years, even 2 months. There are too many variables for us to do that. Here's the thing. There are things that can and do go wrong in this space. And if you're unfamiliar with them, I'm going to explain them to you. Some of the big ones. Facebook could shut down your ads. The business owner might have to restructure their offer because the market has shifted. That's very common. Leads may run dry, or life just might go sideways. This stuff happens. And if that's the case, and you can't wait 1 or 3 months for that business to gather themselves and recuperate, and you're back on the hunt, that's when you'd come back to us for us to get you set up on another interview with another client, okay? So while I can't promise that what you're going to be selling won't change, I can promise that I'll always have something for you to sell, even if that something you sell changes. That is contingent on you upholding your end of the deal. You have to show up high and tight with integrity and humility, always ready to rock and roll. If you remain professional, embrace the process, follow directions, we will be here to serve you, okay? Now, how can I say that? Again, it's very simple because we are always gonna have clients looking for reps. There's no shortage, okay? It's that simple. I'm in your corner, leave your ego at the door, I'll do the same, and let's help each other. I'm 14 minutes in. Hopefully this clears up pretty much everything that you need to know to decide if this is something you want to pursue. If you're ready to move forward with this, if all of this sounds hunky-dory, good. Here's what I need from you next. Below or somewhere around this video, you're gonna find a link to the Google form that I mentioned that you'll need to fill out. Again, it'll take you 60 seconds. And then number 2, links to my social media. First, go follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter account. Not much to see there right now, but there will be soon, and you want to be there when it is. Second, and most importantly, follow me on Facebook. And then send me a DM. I do check my spam, so I will get it, okay? We will communicate back and forth that way from then on out, and work on getting you set up with a client for an interview that you and I both think is a good fit. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and listen to me explain how this whole process works. I'm pumped to connect with you. I'm ready to help you crush this. Looking forward to talking. Stay humble, hustle hard. Talk to you guys soon.